Afternoon, everyone. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist James Gregorio.
And weather impact alerts.
Yes, yeah, we've got a slew of them.
Yeah, so the changes are really going to start happening here soon. It's been comfortable out there today.
Really? Yeah.
Warmer, relatively speaking, today. And then we get the changes coming in later tonight and into tomorrow. In fact, it looks like now it's going to be actually during the day on Thursday that the drier air is coming in.
Right.
And
the heaviest rain really tomorrow night into Thursday
that's
morning.
That's the big change. That's
the big change. That's the big heavy rain.
A stray shower, if anything, out there for tonight. But you're going to notice it's going to stay kind of mild. It feels that way out there now. And then the changes come as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. And during the day on Thursday, the temperatures will drop. The air will dry out. And then by Friday, we will have the coldest air, I think, of the season so far by Friday morning. So cold temperatures headed our way. Here's the latest forecast model. If you watched us yesterday, we were showing you this, and you could see today there is not a huge difference in that. If anything, it might be a little bit less cold in this area here in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Some of the purples were going a little bit further to the south yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
but it looks like as deep as that trough gets is right on par with where it was yesterday.
Yeah. And then you notice the second one by Sunday. That is a little bit deeper with the cold air, at least across the mid-Atlantic states. But then you can notice here, we're back into it again. So we're going to be chilly. We'll get a brief little warm-up in between that. The third one, which is really the fourth one now, that one's not quite as far to the south, so we will be a little bit milder. But still, overall, this just means cool for us, all right? As long as that pattern keeps refreshing with the trough you see here in the East Coast, we are going to stay cool as it lifts up. You see one kind of go in, it lifts up, we warm up a little bit. Second one comes in, we cool down. Lifts up, we warm up a little bit. Second one comes in, we cool down. Now, once we get past about the 20th or so, and that one pulls out, we do have a lot of cold air, and I mean a ton of cold air up north.
Yeah.
You see that over Thompson, Winnipeg, Edmonton. However, I don't think that comes as far south as any of the three before that.
Exactly. Yeah, we've been on this Arctic Express hamster wheel here and we'll be up until about the 20th or so. And then, it looks like that is some even colder air and wickedly cold air, but doesn't seem like it moves as far south.
I think we get it.
Yeah.
But I think it is going to be a newsmaker.
Yeah.
You know, by the end of the 20th of the month, 21st.
Right. And we got Gasparilla coming up here, so a lot of folks looking towards that.
What is the date on that? That is
24th, I think, maybe 24th?
24th, you're right. Good for you. I think? No, 31st.
Oh, okay.
24th is the
Kids Parade. Yeah,
Kids
I knew it was something.
The 31st, at the end of the month, is the adult parade, the big one. And at that time, it's a little too far out in time to tell.
Yeah.
I will be honest with you, and I can't really look at it right now, but knowing that we're going to be setting up this trough for a good 2.5, almost 3 weeks, at least 2.5 weeks, the odds are it will start to warm back up.
I agree. I mean, that pattern is not going to linger forever. So if we've dealt with it for 3 weeks, the likelihood that we get a ridge to build in the east, I think, is a little bit higher.
Yeah, and that's probably, it's building out west during this time. Get the trough in the east, you usually get a ridge in the west. Kind of cloudy out there for today, and I got to be honest with you, the forecast models were actually pretty good because it was clear last night. 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening.
6, 7.
I did not mean to do that. But then the models had it getting a little bit cloudy after midnight, and it really kind of did, and it kept it all day today. It hasn't been terrible or anything, but certainly more clouds and sunshine.
It wasn't an epic looking day. I mean, I still had my shades on driving to work this morning. It was nice. You know, it just wasn't perfect.
It's Tampa. You always need your sunglasses, and you always need the GPS because you don't know a 10-minute trip is going to take you 30 minutes because of traffic.
My 10-minute trip did take me over 20 because of the Gandy Boulevard traffic today, which was the first time ever in 3 months or so that I got clipped by it.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Got to have that. 72 degrees, dew points in the mid-50s. It is comfy out there. 71 is average for this time of the year, and obviously we're just a little bit above that. But for the most part, and in fact, yesterday we topped out at 71. It was right there. But this is about what it should feel outside for this time of the year, which is amazing.
Exactly. No complaints. We're not complaining.
72 right now over in St. Pete. It's 67 actually there in Tampa. 71 in Riverview. Look at the mid-60s from Brooksville to Crystal River. And Newport Richey checking in with 61
and
with
Clearwater too, yeah.
Wow.
So look at the difference between Newport Richey and Clearwater versus Frostproof, to some extent even Sebring and Arcadia and Wauchula. much warmer further inland.
Yeah, the winds have come in off the water, helped to keep it a little
bit of a sea breeze, yeah.
Plus, it's definitely been on the cloudy side, so we're not really warming up much. We did see a little bit more sunshine for inland locations earlier, and that helped as well. There is the satellite and radar. Kind of tough to see with this, so if I put this version here, there you can see the clouds more. All right, so we did have some holes, especially over Pasco County, but then the clouds are starting to thicken back up, and we'll keep more clouds, I think, as we move through the evening hours. So there's the forecast, mostly cloudy as we move through the overnight hours, but because of that, and you were talking yesterday, clouds act as a blanket.
Yep.
So we don't really drop temperatures a whole lot.
And usually during the wintertime, we kind of like it cloudier at night because we don't have a chilly start waking up. But usually when we, as we'll have Friday morning, we're not getting to 30 degrees or 35 or 25 with a cloudy sky. The only way that's possible is those clouds are moving out. It's a predominantly clear sky. Temperatures are radiant. But what might save us Friday morning to some extent are the winds, believe it or not. If the winds stay up a little bit, it may not be a pure play, radiation or cooling night, but we got plenty of clear sky in those temperatures.
I'm going to jump ahead. I didn't prepare this slide, but I do want to show you. So the wind arrows, you see the green there? Those are indicating the wind arrows. So initially, that wind out of the north and west, that's right behind the front. All that rain on the right-hand side of the screen, that is the front itself. So it's pushing through. All right, you see that little circle over the Big Bend? See where Jacksonville in between Tampa? You see how there's kind of a circle right there, maybe just to the west of Jacksonville? That is the center of the high. All right, and that's directly over top of us, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. So let's go back to Friday morning around 7 a.m., 5 a.m.
Looks like the high's a little further west.
In the western panhandle. Yeah. It's pretty close to us.
Pretty close. Enough for clearing skies
clear skies.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for. We're looking at where that high is, because where that high is, you're going to have the clearest skies generally. And under these circumstances, you're also going to have the coolest air because you got good radiational cooling, right? Remember, no clouds, no blanket. So you can see how by the time we get into Friday, now let's look at Saturday. This is in the morning. We've actually got a weak front coming. So we're going to have a little bit more of a southerly wind, although I think it's just really light wind. So Saturday morning is going to be cold too, but there will be a few extra clouds. But not as cold as Friday. Rain tries to get in here. That's a pretty good looking rain for Sunday at this point.
Yeah.
From the European model, but you see it fall apart very quickly. And then Monday dries out and we cool right back down again. So right now, as far as the rain goes, let's just look at the next 5 days. And you can see that we definitely have the best chance Thursday morning. And most of that is early in the morning, but it does include the morning commute. So I think we'll actually end up with a couple of showers around for Wednesday afternoon's commute. Much better chance, though, for Thursday morning's commute. Yes. The red you see there, that is our way of showing you that we have a weather impact alert. All right, and you see the chance for rain in the 2 boxes on the left. The other 2, that's a weather impact alert for the cold. And then Sunday,
right?
Probably going to have to bump up rain chances.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, 10%, but if you look at that coverage, that's more than that. And with the European model that I just showed you, they've got a better chance for that. In fact, this data, the green that you're seeing there, is the European forecast model. So here's tomorrow, 1 o'clock, all right? Clouds are thickening up. I think it's mainly dry for the first half of the day. Second half, here we go. Right there around 3:30, 4 o'clock, a few showers pushing
Kids getting
through.
off the school bus, maybe picking up kids at school, something like that.
Not good timing.
No, time is not great.
I think the coverage is overdone on this, but the rain chance is there.
They're there, yeah.
I don't think it's severe, and in fact, probably not even a thunderstorm at this point.
Yeah, and someone told me today, maybe it was Hopkins, that the evening commute starts at like 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Which we know, so you're starting the evening rush, and you got a few showers to deal with. 3
o'clock, you can just look out the front of Gandy. We face the back here. But you look out at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
So there's Futurecast right now, and you can see that's 11 o'clock tomorrow evening. All right. That is the best chance for showers and storms, and it does include, as I mentioned, a few thunderstorms out.
Now that's the heaviest rain.
Yeah, I don't see anything severe out of this. But that is a pretty decent chance for some rain. Then look at 3 in the morning. All right, so most of us sleeping through this. And then as we get into 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning on Thursday, there's the morning commute. And there's a pretty decent chance for some rain. The timing could shift. I do expect it to shift a little bit. But right now, that's just the very beginning of the morning commute on Thursday. After that, things will be drying out. So we may, get most of this to happen overnight.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Thursday.
Yeah, I just think they're leftovers early on, and if you want to wait it out a little bit, and instead of leaving it 6:30 and leave it 7:30 if you can, I think that might be one of the instances where the early bird may not get the worm.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
So if you waited a little bit longer, then maybe a little bit better, a little drier, but then you might have more traffic. So.
Here's the wind forecast for boating tomorrow. This is around noon, and you see it's west to northwest winds. There's not a lot of wind initially, but watch what happens by the afternoon. That's 3 o'clock. That's a good 10 to 15 knots. All right, so I'm going to go 1 to 2 footers, building, light to moderate chop on the bay in the afternoon. The first half of the day certainly is going to be the best, and then we'll get a little bit of a break in the evening, but we're actually going to get pretty windy as we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. So boating plans, really at this point, I think it's very first half of tomorrow. It's kind of the early part.
Right.
And then after that, probably not want to be doing anything until at least Friday. But Friday, the winds will come down a lot, but it's going to be cold in the morning.
Yes, yeah.
So that's the boating forecast, 68 degrees in the water. We'll take a look at the extended temperature forecast. We're going to take a break right here. And when we come back, we'll look at the 10 days. And look, people complained about the heat last week.
Right.
And I know you're already complaining about the cold coming. But there is warmer air in the extended forecast, and we'll show you some of that coming up.
Before hurricane season hits, it's time to prep your home. Familiarize yourself with where your water shutoff valve is located. If backflow prevention devices are installed, get them tested annually.
Those are some great tips, and Cool Today is here to help you weather the storm. For over 60 years, we've been here to help Floridians with their cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. We can help you prepare, protect, and repair your home. Call 888-40-TODAY.
I was driving when a Ford pickup truck barreled into me from behind, sending me to the hospital.
I knew my husband was going to need an excellent attorney, so I called Dan Newland.
I'm so glad my wife called Dan. Dan really fought for me. He won my case and got me $650,000.
If you've been involved in a car accident, allow me to fight for you. Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Thanks, Dan, for winning my husband's case.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
All right, welcome back. 4:43. Let's talk about, a warm-up.
Yeah.
It is Florida, and we like to complain about cold weather because we're just not used to it. There will be, by the way, iguanas dropping out of the trees in South Florida as we get into Friday morning, and I think even on Saturday morning. Why my days? I'm backwards on my days. Let's go out to this weather. There you go. You can see that we basically have, for daytime highs, in the 50s for Thursday and Friday. We're kind of close. A couple spots will be in the low 60s, but those are chilly numbers. Now, Saturday, remember, is a brief warm-up. We may actually hit 70. We'll be in the upper 60s on Saturday.
Which is still below the norm. So I think we're pretty comfortable in saying for the next 7 or 8 days we'll be below the normal high temperature.
Oh, yeah. 71 is normal. And
yeah.
You can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday, all in the 50s, in the 60s.
Mostly in the 60s, a couple 50s in there maybe.
But look at Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we're right back. We're right back at it.
As we get closer to Gasparilla.
That's about the 23rd or so,
yeah.
22nd, 23rd.
Yeah.
Look at the overnight low forecast. So this is just the GFS model, but you can obviously see Friday mornings are coldest. Saturday's not that much warmer. But then look, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings aren't that much warmer than Saturday.
No.
So
we're kind of hovering in some chilly mornings.
Yeah.
So if you're typically walking the dog at the same time every day or whatever, you better really bundle up.
Bundle up. One of my kids, my kids go to school not dressed for the weather. and their teachers know what I do.
Yeah.
So it makes me look bad.
Right. They're like, your dad didn't tell you to wear a jacket?
So today, one of them wore a sweatshirt on the way out. And the other one, I said, you sure you're fine? Like, oh, I'm fine. And then he gets out there in the driveway. He's like, it's cold. I never need a sweatshirt on. I was like, which he only knew somebody that could fill him in on a weather forecast to let him know.
Yeah.
But that's going to be something they're going to want all next week. Take a look at this. This is what we're thinking about 36 on Friday morning in Tampa, 28 up in Crystal River, Homosassa, 39 in Fort Myers, 46 in Miami.
Yeah, they're going to freak.
The low 50s, the iguanas start having issues. In the anything below 46, really 45, 46, they get cold stun right away. The upper 40s, they pretty much get cold stun. There's going to be iguanas dropping. Now, there's all the stories of people who put them in their car because they thought they were dead. I don't know what they were doing, but they warm up in the car and they come back to life. They're not dead. They're just cold-blooded animals.
Yeah.
So they're stunned because the air gets cold, they slow down.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to be putting them in your car or touching them. Just leave them where they'll be. They'll spring back to, it's like Popeye, down in his can of spinach. Once the spinach gets infused. Yeah.
But anyways, this is the morning. I mean, look, we'll be in the upper 50s in the afternoon with sunshine. So we're not trying to do a whole lot of complaining here because it's going to be cold in the morning. But even in the upper 50s here with sun, if you're out in the sun, it's going to feel warm, at least comfortable enough in the afternoon. The feels like forecast, because we don't have a lot of wind, it's not that impressive.
Not that much of a departure from the actual temperature.
No. It's just drop a couple degrees for the
But that also bodes that, so if the feels like forecast isn't that much colder than the actual air temperature, it tells us that A, we don't have a lot of wind, B, the sky's going to be clear, and C, it might be a pretty decent radiational cooling night.
That's right. And then look at a little bit of a breeze along the southeast coast. So Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, mid 30s. That is not something you see.
You could have the snowbirds checking their GPS. Like, I thought I was in Florida already. Yeah. I thought this was Miami.
I want my money back.
Which way to Boca?
Right. Boca's just as cold, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Stay where you are. So 7-day forecast, again, quite a bit red on there. Those are our weather impact alerts. Obviously, Wednesday night into Thursday mornings for the rain, but again, we may time that so that it's all overnight.
Yeah. So that Wednesday and by far, I mean, that one thing that seems pretty clear is that the heaviest rain is Wednesday night late into Thursday.
Midnight, 11, midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning.
So on the timing of that, it's pretty good, and favorable because most of us, thankfully, will be home sleeping and won't have to deal too much with it, but we get the leftovers Thursday morning.
Yeah, and Friday morning and Saturday morning, those are for cold temps. 37 is what we're forecasting right now for Tampa, 43 on Saturday morning. So big time difference there by Saturday morning, but still cold.
Yeah.
The bottom line is they are starting to get the word out that they're going to open up cold weather shelters for warming shelters for parts of Hernando and Citrus. I don't know if Pasco's involved yet. Of course, we'll tell you here on the news coming up in just a little bit, but typical for us around here, we've already had it happen. This, to me, by Friday morning, looks to be the coldest of the season, so freeze warnings are likely. And I would assume that most of Pasco is under a freeze warning by Friday morning. All right? All of Hernando and Citrus County will likely be under a freeze warning. So keep that in mind. If you need to cover sensitive plants, you need to get to the store to get the covers, Remember, plastic's not the best because plastic can get very cold. It can also trap heat when the sun comes back out. So even once it does get above freezing, whatever you put on those plants, it's a good idea to pull it off if you can. Don't necessarily have to if it's something that breathes just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine if I'm in Hernando or Citrus County and I'm covering something for Friday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, I'm probably going to want to cover it for Friday night, Saturday morning as well. And so put something on there you don't have to tear off, and then be fine with some sunshine during the day.
Right, for sure.
And again, somebody also emailed me or Facebooked, I guess, and asked about pipes in Bartow.
Oh, okay.
You need to worry about pipes in Bartow? No. Now, up north, you would say 20s. In fact, you'd say like lower 20s.
Yeah, and it's
right?
got to be prolonged. You really kind of need 24 hours or so or more.
Yeah.
So if it's just one night, if it just dipped down to 20 degrees for 2 hours.
4 or 5 hours.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're right, it's fine.
So I don't see anything that cold in Polk County anyways. I mean, perhaps 29, 30 degrees. So strawberry growers, definitely want to keep an eye on this. They will likely be smoking and spraying the and treating the and treating the strawberries as well.
Right.
But no, they actually use some smoke to put some particles in the air to keeps it technically a little bit warmer. It keeps it from basically getting too cold, and then if it's going to get below freezing, they will spray
with water.
Yeah. And it's kind of wild, but if you think about it, say you got 28 degrees outside. If you spray that strawberry with water, it's going to be a frozen layer of ice around it. That frozen layer of ice is 32 degrees.
Right, it's actually warmer than
than 28 that's out here.
Right. So it seems counterintuitive. You're trying to make it freeze because at freezing, it's warmer than what it could be at 20-something degrees.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And which probably will be in some of those locations. Yeah. And by the way, with the Strawberry Festival coming up in Plant City, these cold snaps make the strawberries sweeter.
Wow.
So
okay,
we got that going.
There's that.
Yeah, there is that.
Everyone likes a sweet strawberry.
All right, just about 4:51. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we will finish up with a look at the national forecast.
I was involved in a very bad car accident. Called attorney Dan Newland, and it was like 1, 2, 3. Dan really got it done for me. At the end of my case, he got me $525,000.
As one of the largest personal injury law firms in the United States, my team and I remain committed more than ever to win big on your case. Involved in a car accident? Let's get started. Call me at 813-888-8000.
Thank you, Dan, for winning my case.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. You need quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
All right, so the cold air is shifting off to the east. Obviously, we're going to get a couple tastes of it, right? Take a look at the current temperature map across the country, and you'll notice that areas out to the west, it's still chilly, but not that cold, okay? Because it's going to shift.
Yeah.
And the deep south is actually comfortable. I mean, 50s and low 60s. Notice the snowfall forecast. This is from the European forecast model. And tell me if you see a little bit of a trend here.